In this video we are going to talk about the 10 most dangerous trees you should never touch. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Although the tree of life may be a well-known notion in mythology, folklore, and even religious traditions, there are actual trees of death that exist in the diverse world of biology and can bring significant harm to humans. The man-eating tree depicted in some legends may or may not be true, but the fact that we have taken into consideration every tree in this particular narrative demonstrates that truth can be stranger than fiction in some cases. In this video, we'll go over the top 10 most dangerous trees on the planet, as determined by their extreme danger. Number 10. Manchineel tree. The fruit of this specific tree looks and feels like an apple, but it is exceedingly harmful to the health of anyone who comes into contact with it. This deadly tree, which is also known as the Manzanilla de la Muerte, is indigenous to the Caribbean shores, including areas such as Florida, Central and South America, Mexico, and other countries. Number 9. Suicide tree. It is possible to find the suicide tree in India and a few other places in Southeast Asia. This tree was given this name in part because people have committed suicide by consuming its fruits. Cerbera odolum is the scientific name for this plant. It is most commonly found around marshy places and in coastal wetlands, where it thrives. According to reports, the seed of the Cerbera odolum plant has been used in more suicides and murders than any other plant in history. The tree, which is native to India and other regions of southern Asia, contains a poison known as cerberin, which is toxic to humans. Cerberin is a powerful substance that interferes with the function of your heart muscles, resulting in an erratic heartbeat that can be fatal if used in large quantities. In part because the flavor of this deadly plant may be easily disguised in food, and because the toxin in this plant is commonly disregarded by medical examiners, some have referred to cerberin as the perfect murder weapon. According to reports, the Cerbera odolum plant was responsible for more than 500 deaths in the southwest Indian state of Kerala alone between 1989 and 1999. Cerbera odolum poisoning manifests itself in the form of burning feelings in the mouth, vomiting, headache, abnormal heartbeat, and irregular breathing. It can even result in coma and, as previously stated, death. The fruit of the suicide tree, on the other hand, is not without its uses. They produce bioinsecticides, deodorants, and perhaps feedstock for use in the manufacturing of biodiesel, among other things. So, despite the fact that it is one of the most deadly plants on the planet, it does have certain advantages. Number 8. Bunya pine. This tree can be found in abundance in Queensland, which is located in northeast Australia. The cones of these trees can weigh up to 6 kilograms in weight at times. When these cones fall from their branches, they have the potential to knock down anyone and potentially take lives. Despite the fact that it is not one of the most poisonous trees, this tree can be extremely dangerous. However, historically, it has also contributed to the vitality of its environs. The bunya pine, also known as Araucaria beedwillii, has existed since the time of the dinosaurs and is now found almost solely in Queensland, Australia. It is the world's oldest living tree. Bunya pine trees are known to shed extraordinarily huge cones weighing up to 40 pounds apiece every few years, posing a serious threat to unsuspecting pedestrians. When these enormous cones come crashing down, they can be fatal. These living fossils, on the other hand, have provided indigenous people with a vital source of nutrition for hundreds of years. The consumption of the nuts generated by the cones has prompted communities to assemble in order to perform ceremonies, sell commodities, resolve conflicts, and arrange marriages among themselves. Number 7. The sandbox tree. The sandbox tree can be found in several locations throughout North and South America. The pointed spines that span the length of the tree's trunk have made it famous. It is the nature of this tree's fruits to erupt and disseminate their seeds in a different direction once they have reached maturity. Its seeds may travel at speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, making them extremely dangerous for anyone who happens to be in their vicinity. This tree even produces a typical sort of sap that contains a high concentration of poison and can cause rashes when consumed. Number 6. Milky mangrove. Mangroves are sometimes referred to as one-of-a-kind since they prefer to develop in close proximity to bodies of water. However, the milky mangrove, also known as the Excoecaria agaloca, is distinct in a number of respects. This plant's sap has the potential to cause severe skin blistering and irritation, and it has even been known to temporarily impair vision when it comes into contact with the eyes. Number 5. Oleander. The oleander plant includes a number of poisonous substances, including saponins, cardiac glycosides, and oleandrin, among others. Visual problems, rashes, fainting, lethargy, and even abnormal heartbeats have all been reported in association with the plant. Number 4. European yew. Each and every part of this tree contains a poisonous substance known as tachine. Individuals ingesting it can be poisoned to death without exhibiting any signs or symptoms. This is especially true for children. Number 3. The strychnine tree. This plant is the primary source of strychnine, which is a very poisonous substance that affects both the muscle and neurological systems of the body. It is possible to have tetanic tonic contractions after being exposed to them. Strychnine poisoning can occur when it is inhaled, eaten, or absorbed through the eyes or mouth. It produces muscle convulsions and eventually death due to hypoxia when it is consumed. It was traditionally used in modest doses to strengthen muscular contractions, such as a heart and bowel stimulant and performance-enhancing medication, although it is no longer used medicinally. The seeds of the Strychnus nux vomica tree are the most prevalent source of this compound. Number 2. Angel's trumpet. The bell-shaped blossom of this plant is beautiful in the garden, but it contains poisons such as tropane alkaloids, which can produce severe hallucinations and put the person in a zombie-like state. Aerial angel's trumpets are evergreen plants with several branching stems that normally grow to be less than 8 meters, 26 feet, in height. The simple leaves, which can be toothed or untoothed, are alternately distributed along the stems in a zigzag pattern. The huge pendulous flowers have a fused trumpet-shaped corolla and are available in a variety of colors including white, cream, yellow, orange, red, pink, and greenish. Some species flowers can grow up to 50 centimeters, 20 inches, in length, while others are much shorter. Despite the fact that the majority of species are fragrant at night and attract moths for pollination, the red angel's trumpet has no scent and is pollinated by hummingbirds. All sections of angel's trumpets are considered dangerous since they contain the alkaloids atropine, scopolamine, and hyoscyamine, which are known to cause heart attacks and stroke victims. It is possible to die if you consume the plants because they can cause frightening hallucinations, paralysis, tachycardia, and memory loss, among other things. A variety of species were utilized both ceremonially and medicinally by indigenous people and their shamans, notably in the northern Andes, and they were particularly prevalent in the Amazon. Number 1. Gympie gympie. This plant is usually found in the rainforests of Australia's northeastern region, where it grows in abundance. Its hairy heart-shaped leaves have the potential to induce serious allergic reactions, including acute itching and large hives, especially when they come into contact with the skin. The gympie gympie is one of many stinging plants in the nettle family, but none is nearly as aggressive as this. The gympie gympie is one of 6 stinging trees that are native to Australia, of course, and may also be found in Indonesia, and it is considered to be one of the most deadly plants on the planet. The stinging leaves cause a severe allergic reaction in its victims, which can sometimes result in anaphylactic shock, acute respiratory failure. Many victims have described the sensation as feeling like they are being burned by acid, electrocuted, or squeezed by gigantic hands for months after they have been stung. Several people have reported experiencing flare-ups of the pain for several years after being stung, and there have been reports of horses going insane from the anguish and jumping off cliffs to their deaths after being stung. Foresters and scientists working in the vicinity of the tree are required to wear respirators and extensive protective clothing, and they are also armed with antihistamine pills in case an allergic reaction occurs. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.